Hello and welcome, I'm Mr. This is Mystical Gaming. We're jumping into Watch Your Realms and this is Lord of Styx. Arguably the easiest one to get your 3-star on. But if you can't get it, how far can you get, that sort of thing. So what do we want? We want to hit, it's 1,870,000 is the mark that we want to hit. So once we hit that, that's our triple S, and that's sort of the ground that we want to get to. So let's have a quick read through the boss's abilities. I say abilities, it's more ability more than anything else. So this is on a 20-second cooldown. Lord of Styx periodically activates Soul Keeper's shield and takes no damage while the shield is active. So there's a big shield around him, and then while that's up, he's not going to take any damage. So it doesn't matter if you smash through your best damage dealers, he's not going to take anything while that shield's up. Each incoming damage consumes 1 stack of Soul Keeper shield. So when you see it come up, there'll be a big number attached to it, and that number will go down as you do an attack on the boss. So once you get to 0, then the shield goes, then he takes damage, okay? If the shield remains unbroken for a certain time, the Lord of Styx will unleash a spectral demise, dealing massive damage to all enemies on the battlefield multiple times. So we want to make sure we get rid of the shield, don't want to deal with that. If the shield is shattered, heroes gain damage increase and restore rage equal to 50% of their rage cap. That's the important bit. So we want to make sure we're using our ultimates to clear this off, and then they're going to get a 50% rage boost as well. So as long as their ultimate ends before the next one starts, then they're going to get a 50% rage boost. The other thing is you want to have that 50%, and then you want them to build up for the rage as well, so their ultimate is ready to go again for the next one. His next couple of abilities don't really Lord of Styx wields a scythe, launches a single attack on the enemies on the battlefield. Yeah, nice. Lord of Styx summons an evil horde, deals damage. Yeah, he doesn't really do a great deal of damage. I mean, essentially, do not worry about the damage he deals. And the reason we don't worry about it is because in the blurb here, right at the bottom, hidden away, boss rush enhancement. Allied heroes recover 2% of their max HP each time they deal damage. Now that's not strictly true. It's each time they attack. So when the shield is up, remember with the shield up, he takes no damage. So you wouldn't be doing any damage then, but you do still get the heal. Okay, so it's not damage, it's just while you're attacking, you get 2% of your health back, or 2% of your HP back, okay? So don't have to worry about dealing damage. Now, what do we want for the fight then? So, the fight, you just want people who are going to attack really fast for you. That's why the popular heroes here is Setram's running top in the popular heroes, because his ultimate just attacks loads. After this, we've also got Ivar up there. Yeah, he's good. I'd put Helga above him, but there you go. That's my personal choice. Silas is up there as well. Probably going with Ivar, but more for damage dealing. Fast attacking heroes that we've got up here. Pope, absolutely fantastic. Sun Wukong, you've probably got him. Fantastic. Constance doesn't really do any attacks. She doesn't help get the boss's shield down. So if you're looking to get the boss's shield down, she's not fantastic for it. She is going to help you do additional damage. So I think that's what she's being used for. I don't think she's used for anything else. Certainly not used for healing, and she doesn't do a great deal of attacks. Elowen we'll come on to in a minute. Ingrid will be fantastic. Lady Alexandra I haven't got. It's going to be another 5-6 years before I get her. And then there's some others as you fall further down the list that could be attacking quite fast as well. But healer wise, then we've got a Hollow here as well. So we've got Hollow, and we've got Elowen, and I dare say Leia will be quite good as well. The reason those heroes are being used is because right at the top we've got Setram. Now Setram has this long down period, so your issue with Setram is getting him back up again for the next attack on the shield. So that's the sort of issue you're going to have with Setram. So if we have a bit of a playthrough with the boss, we'll put together a team that we don't think is going to do it. So let's get rid of everyone. She's fantastic. We'll want to take Setram, and then we'll take a Hollow, and then if you are going to take someone, then you Why wouldn't you increase their attack speed? Remember, attack speed affects how often you attack, and the boss is curious by how it is conquered by the amount of times you attack him, not the how hard you hit him, but the number of times you hit him. So if you're going to take a healer or someone like that, then absolutely you want to chuck that on there, help them across the line, so to speak. So who else do you want to take? Now you can come over here and you can go, well, we're doing single target stuff, and I want people who do multi-strike, and then you can have a look at the array of champions you've got next. So Salazar would be quite good. His ultimate hits a slack handful of times, and then probably loads of people have got in it as well, so, or working towards it, so you can sort of build your own team up. So this is me out of the way. We jump into the fight and we should see how our team actually goes. We chuck most of them down and we'll explain the fight as we go. So there's a couple of things we can skip there, skip the intro, we don't need to worry about that. So let's chuck our Setram up and chuck some more heroes down. There we go. And there's our heroes down. Now there's a couple of things to note. Firstly, we want to wait until the shield is down. So no one is doing any damage and healing themselves up at the moment. We'll wait for this to happen. There we go. Shield is down. Doing some damage to the boss. That's all good. And then the boss will enter his boss rush phase. So there we go. There's the boss enlightening himself. Now we come back down and we enter the proper phase of the fight. Boss rush. Here we go. So this time round, we're attacking the boss. We can see up here we've got a countdown to the next time he's going to cast shield. Then the cast bar appears. So in another 10 seconds there'll be a cast bar, and then we can see how long it's going to take. Now we can see everyone here is healing themselves up. As they do attacks, they heal themselves up. Get a little bit of a heal every time they do an attack. And now the boss will cast a shield. When the shield goes up, remember, no one does any damage. No damage being done, but people are still healing themselves up. Okay, so that's nice to know. We'll quickly fire off an ultimate and we get through that. There we go. So the boss is back down. Now we do enhanced damage to the boss, and then the timer starts, another 20 seconds before we're back into breaking the shield phase. Okay, so a couple of things we want to note. Now this time round we'll fire off some ultimates and we'll give them a quick check, because remember we get a 50% rage boost upon taking the shield down. Okay, so this time round shield is about to come up. Boss goes into Soul Keeper shield phase. Here he goes, cast bars up. There's the shield. Fire off our 3 ultimates. Now a couple of things on these. There's the ultimates going off. Shield's down, and these two, Sun Wukong Salazar took a jump. There she goes. Helga took a jump as well. Now if you've noticed that, they took a massive jump, and it gives them enough time for the next shield to come around. So there's another 10 seconds before we come round. So you may want to speed them up a little bit so they do more attacks. Remember, the more attacks you do, you're getting some rage regen back from attacking. Not getting that many attacks, so you may not be able to rely on that so much, but certainly rage regen just to time up your ultimates so they come round in time for you. That's fantastic. Works out really well for the boss. There's the boss going down again. Brilliant. There's all the boss done. Now we haven't used Setram. The reason we haven't used Setram, Setram causes a bit of an issue and we need to overcome it. So this time round we'll use our Setram and we'll fire him off as well. So we've got another 10 seconds before the boss goes into our phase again. We're doing loads of damage to him and we're healing ourselves up. Remember, there's no healer down yet, so all the damage he's doing, people are still very healthy. We haven't used a healer, so don't overly worry about it. So shield coming up. Now we cast off Setram. There he is. Takes his time, thinks about it, and now goes into his ultimate. So we're taking down the shield quite nicely, just with Setram. Now the shield is pretty much down, but Setram is only 50% of the way through his ultimate. By the time he finishes his ultimate, we're only going to have about 10 seconds left before the boss puts up another shield. So there he goes, 10 seconds, he got his 50% boost. He's got another 50% of rage to do in the next 5 seconds. That's just not going to work for us. Okay, so what we do for Setram is we take a little rage regen with us. Okay, so that's what the healer is, not healing, rage regen for us. So here's the boss's shield. We can fire off everyone else's ultimate. Hopefully we'll still get the shield down. And then next time Setram will be available for us. He's only at 90-something% now. So there it goes, boss is down. Now everyone else gets their jump of rage. That's quite nice, and they should be ready. There's another 15 seconds before the boss is due. and we're already at, what are we at, A+, doing nicely. Whether I don't think we'll achieve triple S, but there we go. This is just a showcase on what we can do or how we actually work with the boss. Okay, there we go. Is everyone back up and running? Just about. Here's the boss going now. Fire everyone off. And then Setram takes this long think over when he does his ultimate, which is a shame. Now the shield is down. Shield is down. Setram's still doing his ultimate, which is a pain for us. That's not working out particularly well because we want him back round as soon as possible. Okay. Now the way to do this. Now we're coming into it. Now the boss has got about, what are we on? We'll wait for a second or two. 10 seconds before he casts. Okay. The 5-second mark, I think I'm going to start casting Setram. So there's Setram there. We've triggered his ultimate with 5 seconds to go. He's already doing his ultimate before the boss starts the shield. There's the boss's shield. We're almost, halfway through his ultimate before the boss has even cast the shield. Now the reason is this is because we want him to finish his ultimate as soon as possible. Could have done it a bit earlier. So we've still got Setram going there. Now he gets his jump of 50%, and now we can trigger a rage regen on him. Okay, now you'll have to work this out with your Setram, and the smaller the shield, the earlier you can actually use your Setram. Okay, so bear that in mind. You might have to think about it, but as the fight gets longer, you can then start doing, see, our Setram's up now, ready to go for the boss's shield, but it's so easy to do at these lower levels, we won't worry about using him. We'll wait for the next one and we'll see if we can really time it well for him. Okay, now there is other rage regens you can use. Remember, you can use Eloin as well. So the boss is coming round. We're on about 15 seconds now, so let's do him up nice and early. Yeah, 12-second mark. We trigger off Setram this time. There we go. Setram doing his ultimate quite happily now. Halfway through it before, we're at the halfway mark before he even starts the spell. There we go. There's the spell. 3/4 of the way through, and it's just a matter of finding the sweet spot for your Setram over where it is. There he goes. He's finished his ultimate. Boss shield down. Now he's finished his ultimate. That is nice and close for us, and we can build our Setram back up. That's what we're after. A little sweet spot, but each time you'll probably have to leave it a little bit later to use it because you'll want more ultimate time as it takes more hits for his ultimate to come round. Okay, so that's just it. A little go over just to make sure you're using your Setram correctly and the other heroes what you're looking for. Remember, you don't need it. Do you need it? No, you don't need one. Do you need an inspiration buff? No, you really don't. It's nice to be able to do the extra damage when you can, but I would go for more attacks to get further on. If you hit a hard block, maybe take out your worst damage dealer, put in someone who's going to give you that inspiration buff, and then you can sort of test and adjust from there to actually max out your score. But I would go for maximum number of hits over damage to start with, and just try and get as many shields down as you can. Okay, and then with Setram, make sure you're taking a rage regen just to actually boost him along and try and get that working so you can use him every time the shield's up. Okay, right, that's me done. I hope you found this informative. I hope this is useful for you, and I hope it improves your score a little bit wherever you are within the score tables. Okay, right, thank you very much for your time. If you can leave me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, would help me out massively, and I'll see you in a video again soon. Thank you very much. Cheers. Goodbye.